During the winter break of my sophomore year at the University of Maryland, I was given the opportunity to explore Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, and Thailand through Maryland's Southeast Asia Global Immersion Experience Study Tour. We got to see a lot of different wildlife, experience cultural immersion activities, visit various companies, and explore different cities around Southeast Asia. In Singapore, we visited the Gardens by the Bay, which is at the center of extended downtown. It is home to over 163,000 plants and holds a cloud dome that is 35 meters high. There are thousands of skyscrapers across Singapore, and luckily, I got a pretty crazy view.
What?
How are you doing? Good.
I'm great.
We also visited famous spots around Singapore, including the Marina Bay Sands Hotel and the Lion Head statue. In Vietnam, we had the opportunity to visit various businesses, including Kova Paints and 2 different factories. I have never seen so many motorcycles on the road as I did in Vietnam. Vietnam was unlike any place I'd been before. Speaking with locals, cooking Vietnamese food, and visiting the floating markets really opened my eyes. Once we reached Thailand, we started our trip with a jungle trek in Chiang Mai, a northern city in Thailand. At the beginning of the trek, we stopped at a waterfall where we were all able to swim and cool off. We hiked for a couple of hours before reaching a village in the jungle where we stayed overnight. We had the opportunity to participate in traditional song and dance with the village people, and in the morning, we left by bamboo raft. We finished our visit in Chiang Mai with a trip to an elephant sanctuary, and then we were off to Phuket. In Phuket, we went scuba diving. I got to see a moray eel, stingray, and several other species of fish. On our second day in Phuket, we visited the Koh Phi Phi Islands. We kayaked around the small islands and caves and got to go swimming. Overall, the trip was unlike anything I'd ever imagined myself doing. I never knew that Singapore's city structure was mapped out purposefully because of wind, and I had never heard of a government that enforces racial harmony through housing laws. In Vietnam, we visited factories, and I was surprised at the conditions that the workers faced. In listening to our guide, Chris Walker, I learned a lot about his point of view and fashion startups. In Thailand, I saw a sunset so beautiful I didn't want to miss a second of it to take my phone out and snap a picture. In packing so much into just a couple of weeks, I learned a lot about myself and the world around me. I made friends that I now couldn't imagine not having, and gained a perspective I believed is unique to those who haven't traveled. This trip was no vacation, but 2 weeks of hard work and adventure. My pictures and videos can only somewhat capture the incredible experience I had during this study tour. There's only so much to learn online or in a classroom. To travel is to truly learn.